All right. Welcome to business meeting September 1st. Hooray, 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 hooray. I had to play Earth, Wind, and Fire September this morning. This is a memorable month for me. I had my first child in September, and we kept singing that song the whole pregnancy. Like, if we make it to September, we'll be doing great. Anyway, let me continue to let people in. We have a good group this morning. Just a reminder, we will be doing a drawing for some mega camp tickets. So if you are here and you have iPhone, or you just have the phone number for your Zoom, make sure it says your name so that you can be entered to win. And if it's like a nickname or your spouse's account or whatever, make sure it says Vicki Wadsworth, David Brown, so that we can draw you guys for the mega camp tickets. That's how you're going to be entered in, is your name on your Zoom account. So let's get started this morning, first day of September. Tell me something good. Who has something good to share?
Today is my husband's birthday.
Happy birthday, Nick. Who else? Come on, guys, share with us. I know things are good happening. I know they are. I'll just wait right here and drink my coffee. David Brown, nothing?
I'm waiting on a few calls to get returned, from a few lenders. Hopefully I have some clients pre-approved, but other than that, everything's still the same as of now.
Fill up the pipeline, fill up the pipeline.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody have anything to report from previous weeks where they've shared, hey, we've got this awesome thing going on? We want to cheer you on, guys. All right, you guys don't feel like sharing this morning, and that's okay. We have an awesome month planned. Before we get to that, I do want to share with you all the KW Cares. So you know that Hurricane Laura came through and had a huge impact on Louisiana and parts of Texas. And so just to let you guys know, for those of you that have contributed to KW Cares in the past, or if you're thinking, how can I help now? They have trucks and volunteers and everything there now. So if you feel the desire to contribute, you can go to kwcares.com. You can visit their hotline. You can email kwcares@kw.com, or on your commission request, you can submit money that way. So I made a donation yesterday. Another fun thing. So for those of you that have been doing the James Shaw calls on the Pivot Shift Ahead Facebook group, those started 25 weeks ago. And he has announced that this week is going to be his last week. And so a lot of people in thanking James for being such a leader and supporting us and creating a community for realtors of all brokerages during this time, people were contributing just a $25 donation, as a thanks to him. So that's something real, and it's something happening right now. There are a lot of ways to give, and KW Cares is a great one if you feel led to do so. So there's many ways to contribute that way. And if you've given in the past, it's always good to see the works that you've given towards happen. So, all right, here's our September training calendar. I've posted this on our Facebook group, but I want to take a moment and talk you through what we've got coming up in September. So we have some awesome things. We have our weekly business meeting on Tuesdays at 9. I do expect some guest speakers to be joining us. We'll be doing the Getting Started in Command on Wednesdays at 3:30. Jaleesa will host that. And then something pretty cool we're doing this year, a little bit different. If you have interest in being in the 2021 ALC, our Associate Leadership Council, we're going to have an interest meeting here in the training room, social distancing, wearing masks, getting together. This is something that only the top 20% of producers are eligible for, and yet I want everybody to have a good understanding of what that Associate Leadership Council is and does. So if you're not quite in the top 20%, if you are, you're going to get an email from me, just a special invitation. But if you're not, you're welcome to come and sit on that and kind of see, so you can plan for your future. When you do hit that production threshold, what that'll look like and how to join. Skipped right on through. Let's see. Here we go. I shouldn't have messed with it, should I? All right, so that's going to be September 8th, 11 a.m. in the training room. And then we'll have Success in the Sellers Market. Global Homes Group is going to lead us. We're going to put that out to the market. The How to Build a $25 Million Referral Business with Aubrey Bailey, and the 36 Touch with the Peters Company. I've referenced a lot of their material talking about that. And so they'll be here with us. And then our business planning clinic is going to be another thing in the training room where you'll prepare for next year's business. How to Build an Awesome Agent Site with Mike Webb. He's got a really cool, good looking website. And then of course, we've got MegaCamp. So several awesome things to plug into this month. Be sure to mark your calendar. They're all going to be on the intranet calendar. For those of you still curious how to get the links and things so that we don't have to go, oh my goodness, I don't have the link. Make sure that you watch the video at the top of our Facebook group. If you're not in our Facebook group, search KW Montgomery Agent Group and ask to be joined, or ask to be accepted, excuse me. But at the top, I have a video of how to sync up the intranet calendar with your personal calendar. So all you have to do is pull up your calendar that morning and say, yes, I want to attend that, and the link will be right there. It makes it very simple. So anyway, that's just a sneak peek. And then we're going to have a productivity coaching moment with Vicki Wadsworth. She has a couple of things to announce to us. So Vicki, take it away.
Good morning, everybody. First, I just want to just give you all, those of you all who were not on the group call on last Wednesday, we normally would start at 10:30, but we are changing the time now to every Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. No longer at 10:30, every Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. And for those of you all that has not been able to get on at 9, we will have our dual career agent makeup meetings every Thursday at 6 p.m. So if you can't make one, you can make the other. So I'm so looking forward to everybody being able to get on the call. If not Wednesday, it can be Thursday. And we just want to continue to do everything we're doing in the spirit of excellence. And if you have any questions about anything, the things that we're covering right now or have covered in the past has been how to write a contract, what forms you need for a buyer, what forms you need for sellers presentation, how to put a listing in. So if you just don't know where to start, be sure you get on the call so you'll know where we are. And if you just happen not to be able to get on a call and you need an appointment with me, just give me a call so we can set up an appointment if you need a one-on-one for me to be able to talk you through. If you're coming in and this is what you're needing help with, just give me a call so we can set up an appointment so we can get it done. But 9 o'clock on Wednesday mornings and at 6 p.m. on Thursday evenings. Look forward to seeing everybody.
Awesome. And there's been a lot of awesome things coming from that group, Vicki. So y'all just keep up the hard work. And we're just going to be here to cheer you on and support you guys.
Thank you, Katie.
Oh, you're very welcome. All right. So let's see what we have coming up next. We have a new listing contest. We did this kind of the beginning of the year, several listing contests, had great results from them. And so we thought, you know what, let's do something fun. It's normally football season. That's been a little different this year. So what we have here is our board on the right side. That's 100 squares. So what you want to do is get as many squares on the board as you can. And then October, our first business meeting, October, we're going to draw those numbers and give out awesome prizes. So if each listing taken between September 1st and 30th has to be this month, count for 1 square on the board. Each agent to add 200 contacts to command with at least 1 form of contact will count for 1 square on the board. And each agent registered for Mega Camp will count for 2 squares on the board. So for those of you that have listings already, lined up, that you are adding people to your database constantly right now, and you've signed up for Mega Camp, you can either come in and pick your square, and we have it posted in the workroom on the bulletin board there, or email Jaleesa at the front desk and say, hey, Jaleesa, I've got a listing. Please choose number 24 if it's available. Just, choose whatever number you want, or have her choose. And so we just wanted to make it a fun way to continue encouraging everybody to build their business and, build their database and take listings, because that's how we're going to achieve our goals. And so just to push forward with that, we will be doing the drawing on the very first business meeting in October, and you must be present at that business meeting to win. So make sure you guys understand that. We're also going to email out these rules and post them in the Facebook group. Something fun. All right, so my topic of conversation today, I want to really just discuss with you guys the last 100 days. So we're about 121 days to the end of 2020. And in a lot of ways, we're probably going, whew, hallelujah, praise the Lord. And on the same hand, we're probably thinking, ooh, I did not realize we were that close to the end of the year. So we know that we're pushing to hit that November 15th contract goal, right? Because anything closed after that November 15th may not close in this year. And what we're seeing right now is we're having all kinds of appraisal issues, all kinds of lending issues, all kinds of underwriting issues that are hanging things up. And so what are we going to do today to ensure our last 100 days, our last working days, we're going to take time off for Christmas. We're going to take time off for Thanksgiving. We're going to have weekends. So let's just wipe that off and talk about the last 100 days. Okay. So here are a couple quotes. I was going back through my notebook. I started this notebook I have here, Family Reunion, and it's almost full. So I've been taking notes through Family Reunion, through 200 plus Zooms, through coaching calls, through everything. And I was just kind of, writing down what are some things I could share with you all that I have learned this year that would also help us all crush these last 100 days. So it's not where you start, it's where you finish that matters. And for those of you new in real estate, I have a secret for you. Everybody was new at real estate at one point. Everybody. The Cody Gibsons, the Sarah Reynolds, the Jenny Wolex, the Adam Beams, the Vicky Wadsworth, Jimmy and Campbell. Everybody had a first day. Everybody had to do that horrible, horrible exam that we're all like, whew, hallelujah, we're done with that, right? So it's where you finish. So only you have control of where you finish. Everybody has the same starting line. And your environment must support your goal. That's been a really big challenge for a lot of us with kids at home, right? With spouses at home, with the pets running through, trying to do Zoom calls, trying to take care of elderly parents, grandparents. There's been a lot in our world. And so just looking at the next 100 days, where can you make and carve out a spot and concentrated time so that you can devote to sharpening your skill, to filling your pipeline? I want you to really think about that. Gary Keller talks about his bunker. Make your bunker, okay? Where's a safe place? Vicki Wadsworth, why do you come to the office every day?
Why do I come to the office every day?
Yeah, because your husband's like, hey, babe.
Because I'm more focused here. Yeah, I'm more focused when I get to the office, and I know I'm not gonna deviate from my calendar, and I'm gonna do what it is I know I need to do.
Right.
I just do it just like I did when I was in the corporate world. I think it helps me to stay focused.
Right.
Mhm.
Katie Douglas, why don't you work from home? Why do you go to your office every day?
Because I have what I need here and I have less distractions, and I have to be a creature of habit. If I come in late or something gets out of whack, then it just throws me off. So it's methodical, it's specific, and it gets boring sometimes, but yeah, just the routine of it. It's important to be in a routine. Otherwise I don't get anything done.
Exactly. Y'all, when I started this role as team leader, I had been an agent for enough time to get the habit of, I'm just going to wake up when I want to. I'm just going to work a couple hours here, a couple hours there. It was pretty cozy. And I was like, y'all want me to be at the office up until what? 8 a.m. Oh, and that's like from 8 to 5. Do you really mean that? And yet I noticed that when I committed to that, and when I do commit to that, I see positive results. I see positive outcomes in meeting my goals. So I just want to make sure that I understand we're all in a crazy time right now. Just be sure you're making that time, because if it's in a priority, you will make time to do it. So make sure that your environment supports your goal. You need to be specific and focused in your activity. Katie and Vicki both touched on this. They didn't know I was going to ask that. I just, pop off sometimes. So be specific in what you're going to do. Be focused. If your goal is to take X amount of listings, do you need to be saying, hey, I can help buy you a home? No, because that's not the same. All right. So if you do want to if you've got so many listings and you need to find buyers, that's going to be your message. Your message and your must match the market that you're looking for. The market we're in right now is a Tiffany Alexander seller's market. Thank you very much. So what are we looking for?
Listings.
Like a diamond in the rough. Okay. A needle in a haystack. We are finding listings. That is our mission. Our business runs on a 90-day cycle. How many days did we talk about we have left, including vacations? 100 days.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're understanding that the results we get 90 days from now, we got to start after it, y'all. We don't have any time to waste. And then what will your business look like in 100 days? I want you to think about that and concentrate on that, because you are the one in control of that. James Shaw at the beginning of all of this said, you need to quit having a shouldy life and start doing the things that need to get done. I just thought that was really interesting, because you always have conversations, especially if you didn't meet your goal and you're like, man, I should have ate less sugar. I should have not eaten fast food every day. Well, I'm the one doing all of that. So let's look at that when we're looking at our business. What are the things that need to get done that we need to do? All right. What do you need to refine during the last 100 days of 2020? As we're thinking through all of this, we're looking at our notes, we're looking at where we're going. Is it a model, a system, a tool, or a person that you need to refine, to add, to eliminate? Gary Keller says it all boils down to these 4 things. What is it that you don't have or that you haven't implemented that's going to help you achieve your goals for the next 100 days? Has anybody thought about this? Does anybody want to talk about it? I'd like to take a minute and hang here and really have a discussion together.
Well, for me, with being listing focused, I normally don't stop calling until I get a listing appointment. For the next 100 days, I gotta make sure that I'm meeting my goals. So I'm not gonna stop until I get at least 2 listing appointments.
All right. So that's a system you're putting into place.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing we talked about to help support that was a tool too, right, Vicki? The SMART plans.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're having the conversations. Are we leaving the follow-up to ourselves, or are we using the tools and resources we have? Katie, I see you unmuted. What do you want to add?
Yeah, so I've been working on my, talking about the systematic touches. I've been working on my calendar for next year plugging in what exactly, you know, is what kind of mailer is it going to be? Is it going to be a Christmas card? What does the client event look like? And making sure that I have something on there for each specific thing specifically and not just arbitrary, making sure it's on the calendar so it gets done.
Exactly. And in advance, so we can be proactive. That's what we talked about this morning in our leadership huddle. What do we need to do right now so as the last 100 days as a market center, 2021 will not expect what we have, because we are going to be so excellent and pushing through this that we're going to refine everything we have. Anybody else want to jump in? Something they're working on? Systems,
Well,
tools, models, people?
I like to say something, Katie.
Yes,
Taisha,
ma'am.
can you hear me?
Yes.
I think one of the things that's really important right now is that even though, you know, everybody has different things going on, is setting aside time to create a day to schedule and plan. Because so many times we try to do these things, create these model systems and think about what we need in between doing a lot of other things.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't allow you to have a focused mind to get clarity around what it is you really want to do or what goal you really are setting. So I think it's important that you look at your calendar and you take a day or two, you know, in the month of September, and you say, this whole day is dedicated to me sitting down, getting clear on what my next 100 days needs to look like, what my focus needs to be, and you write it down and make a plan, and it has to be on paper, not in your head. But you have to take time to do that. You're just not going to do that in 30 minutes. You're not going to come up with a plan or your game plan in 30 minutes. That's something that you also have to make a priority. Like you said earlier, if you don't make it a priority, then you won't do it. You have to make setting aside time to plan a priority also. If you don't, you will not do it. And you'll get to the end of these 100 days. You'll get to January 2021 and you won't even have a plan for 2021 because you didn't stop to sit down, you know, right now to think about what you want your life to look like next year. And not just for real estate, but you hit on some of the other things. What do you want your financial life to look like? Your health, your spiritual, your relationships. It's time to sit down. All that goes together. You can have the best business, but if your relationships are falling apart, you still, you know, you're still missing something. So you got to sit down and look at it as the whole picture, but you have to take time to sit down to do it.
Exactly. And we have tools too to help you, you know, if you just literally, like Taisha said, block off some time. This Sunday afternoon, I'm going to sit and I'm just going to think about what I want to look like. What do I want to feel like? What do I want it to look like when I have success? What is success to you? A lot of people don't define that. And that's what's really hard to say, you know, I'm going after this when it's just, you know, anything. Life, we can have a life by design. Makina said in the chat, for me, it's getting reacclimated with the Montgomery market and make sure I have solid systems in place to live a life by design. That's exactly what Taisha is talking about. That life by design is not a business by design. It's everything. We have the opportunity to design our life. All right.
And I just want to kind of piggyback off something Taisha said about having a balanced life. That's basically what she said was, if one thing is out of whack, then you're going to be missing in another area. So we gotta balance things.
Yes, and then there's an exercise, the Wheel of Life, that you can do too. And I can share that link with our Facebook group. But you take an assessment and then it prints you out this wheel. And then you're either like really lacking in this one section versus another. And it just shows you the opportunity where it is your financing. It is your, you know, special family time. It is, you know, these different sections. So you want a wheel that would roll, right? So there are going to be opportunities and times where you have to lean into one, you know, segment more than the other, but you do want to focus on, you know, don't dive into business and think that that's your achievement when you're neglecting family time or friendship time or your spiritual life or your financing. It all needs to be, we're looking at it so that we can be healthy and the best us we can be. As we're looking at the last 100 days, look at where are your gaps. Okay, this is really important now if you're looking into going into mega camp, because these categories here are from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, our leads, listings, leverage, and it's the focus and topics for mega camp. So leads, do you have too many or not enough? It's going to be one or the other. Listings, are you listing focused? Are you taking advantage of the seller's market? Leverage, are you leveraging the systems, tools, and models of Keller Williams? Is it time to hire help? That's been a conversation I've had with many of our top 20%, is they're getting ready and they're KPAing for their next hire. What does it look like to bring someone on and have them leverage to help you? Does anybody want to talk about leads, listings, leverage? Where you're at and where you see yourself filling your gaps? All right. So as we're talking about this, I went to our reports, and Keller Williams International provides us with up-teen reports, and this is one I pulled from July, and it shows each month through July in 2020 in our market center where we've had listing units and buyer units, listing volume, buyer volume, and then total units and total sales. Who has an aha from looking at this?
Well, with what I see, each month the agent count went up and the unit count went up.
Both winning. So we are hiring on, agents getting into production, and that is a win. What else?
Listings are up.
Listings are up, and not quite half of our buyer units still. So do you guys see that as an opportunity? We talk about a lot. Do we want to be one of many offers, or do we want to be accepting the offers? That's the control, and that's why we talk about being listing focused. It gives you an opportunity. It gives branding, mind share, all of that in being listing focused. And we're seeing great growth from January 7 to July 21. That's promising. We're going to continue to push for that and make it fun. That's why we have a listing contest going right now, because we know that you guys win with more listings and we as the market center win with more listings. So let's make it fun and let's make it a contest. I just want to show you guys that we have increased month over month, as pointed out, and yet we're still double on the buyer side. And yet if you look at July, 21 listings and 27 buyers. So we're closing the gap and just continuing to push forward with that. I got a couple of mega camp videos here, and then we have some exciting giveaways to do. Pretty awesome speakers we have to look forward to at Mega Camp. And then here is a sneak peek into the platform and what that looks like and how we're experiencing the convention. Oh, why didn't it play?
Thank you.
Hello, Keller Williams. It's Marlise, your KWRI HQ correspondent, here to walk you through the Mega Camp digital experience. Instead of traveling to Austin this year, you can attend Mega Camp from literally anywhere. There's no lines for coffee, and pants are optional. It's all possible through our amazing new platform. We keep saying it's not just a Zoom call, and I'm going to show you why. You already know some of the basics of how a digital conference will work. Getting familiar with the dashboard, setting up your profile, reviewing and creating your own agenda. But I'm personally the most excited about is going to be the networking opportunities. We know how important that is for any event, and it's still possible even when we're apart. Fill out this quick questionnaire to be instantly connected with like-minded individuals to add to your network. And you can always start again and switch up your answers to reach even more folks. You'll also be able to search for people by name to connect that way and interact with profiles you see in other areas of the conference, like your social feeds and breakout sessions. Like always, you'll be able to choose what sessions to attend and when, but you can go from observer to participant by mind sharing in the live chat, up and downloading questions and comments for the presenters, and keeping an eye out for any surprise guests popping in. And of course, if you miss anything live, you'll have access to the entire session video library during and after Mega Camp, so your training goes beyond. There's so much more that's going to set Mega Camp apart from any other real estate conference this year. Tech demos, live coaching with your team every morning, getting competitive with games and prizes. But it's best if you see it all for yourself. And you won't even have to get off the couch. So join in on the fun September 14th through 17th and register for Mega Camp today.
So that is pretty awesome. They showed it to us on our national call Monday. Well, they showed it a little bit last week, and I got excited and I logged in and I registered my profile, and then I think they realized that people had jumped on there, so it wasn't quite ready for everybody. So I got a little behind the scenes sneak peek with that, and then they shared this video that's going out now to the public to show you kind of what it looks like. So you'll be able to network and communicate with people, and that's a big deal. I know that when they were saying, hey, we're not going to Austin for Mega Camp, that was one of the big questions of how do you do that? When you go to these big conventions, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of events, there's a lot of excitement. You're in Austin, Texas. And so how are we going to make that exciting and fun? And so they've done that through the platform. So a week before, you'll be completing your profile on the new platform, and you'll be able to connect with agents around the world and set your daily agenda. We will actually have on the Friday before Mega Camp, if you are registered here in the training room, we'll look at all the breakout sessions, we'll set our agenda and talk through, what are you excited about attending, and get everybody's schedule planned out. And then we'll plan having the general sessions here in the Market Center on the big screen. And so that's something to also get excited about. So let's see. The night before Mega Camp, there'll be a welcome party, and then there will be also live programming and networking, and you'll get to tour the virtual exhibit hall. Typically, they have a huge part of the convention that's vendors and exhibits, and it's a lot of really neat stuff. So they're incorporating that as well digitally. Day one, we'll hear Gary Keller's vision speech. We'll have some top agent interviews, one of which our operating partner has been tapped on the shoulder and invited to partake in those top agent interviews. So that's really cool. So he hasn't gotten the agenda yet of what day that's going to be on, and yet our operating partner is going to be interviewed at Mega Camp. So it's really neat, along with other special guest speakers. I would not be surprised if you don't see some of the people we have seen here in our Market Center in the last month and a half. Cody Gibson, for sure, he's always highlighted. You'll see Jenny Wolek, Sarah Reynolds, Karina Loken we have her on the books tentatively this month. She couldn't make last month. And so there's been a lot of people that you guys have gotten to see and speak with personally that's going to be on the big stage. Day two, we'll hear from Josh Team and have rounds of the breakouts, and then get to choose from the leads, listings, leverage, track, whatever you feel like you need more training on and you like to hear more about. That's going to be which way you'll go. And then day three is Mo Anderson's Cultural Summit and turning your ahas into action items, and then finishing strong. So it's a full experience. And we've got the t-shirts. I've got mine on today. I don't know if you can see it. Who else got their t-shirt? Vicki, you said yours came in. Shacarol, you said yours came in. So we'll all be here in Mega Camp gear, just like we're in Austin, except Montgomery, Alabama version. So we're thinking of some fun ways to make it a fun, exciting time. They also are doing a sweepstakes right now. I know I shared this on our Facebook group, and I want to make sure you guys are aware. Tomorrow is the last day. So if you register between today and tomorrow, so those of you that are winning the drawing today, or if you register today or tomorrow yourself, you enter to win prizes ranging from $500 to $2,000. Red label prizes, sweatshirts, totes, Riley socks, t-shirts, Sherpet blankets. There's going to be one grand prize winner that receives a signed copy of The One Thing and The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. So that's pretty fun too. It's going to be September 15th through the 17th, and you can register at megacamp.kw.com. Does anybody have any questions about Mega Camp? I know a lot of you are kind of new to that, the idea of some of these conventions and things. For anybody that's been to these events, do y'all want to speak up and talk about why you always enjoy going to these conventions, Mega Camp, Family Reunion?
Say something, Katie.
Yes, ma'am.
Taisha. Sorry, my video's not on, but I've attended Mega Camp several years, and every time I go, it's like I get re-energized, and not just with the things that I learned to help my business, but just the people I meet. I've met the connections and the friendships that I've made that span the world, actually, through the type of networking that you can experience in Mega Camp. And I'm so excited to see the platform, because I think that it's going to even allow us to connect with more people that typically can't make it to Mega Camp physically, but now everybody has an opportunity to participate. So it's going to be an opportunity to meet even more people. But I've never come away disappointed, and I've always walked away with actionable items to implement into my business, and it's always made my business better than what it was the year before. So I always encourage anyone and everyone to attend Mega Camp if you can. If you can't, for some reason, let somebody know, that you might, you never know what can happen. So just let somebody know if you want to and you can't, put it out there. And hey, you never know. So I'm excited. And I'm looking forward to just seeing how we can bring that energy to the office to really just take what we're doing to the next level too.
I love it. I love it. Katie Douglas.
One of the things that I love about, and like Taisha said, it's always been a phenomenal experience. But one of the things that I remember Gary saying years ago is that as realtors, we have to think about how we're going to do business tomorrow, not just how we're doing business today. And I think Gary is a fantastic economist. He does a great job of looking at what's going on now and projecting things that are going to come in the future. And he does a great job of educating us so that when we're working with our clients, we can really translate that into what the vision is and give them that confidence level in us as to, because we don't have a crystal ball, but we can go off of history. And I just love the fact that he really is an economist, and he does solid numbers and things that resonate with people, because we know that information is what causes people to actually make up their mind about something, whether it's choosing us or someone else. But I think it really does. It just helps you take your business to the next level.
For sure. And, to touch on the economist thing, I think it was last week that we highlighted Ruben Gonzalez, one of the economists that Keller Williams International employs. And these are the individuals that CNN, CNBC, all of these top news stations that report on what's going on in the real estate market, they tap in KWRI's economists and ask him for quotes and what does he see happening. So that's a huge deal. So if the news channels are taking their direction from Keller Williams economists, why aren't we? Because we had this whole talk, in the beginning, that we want to be the messengers. We don't want our database and our people, our sphere that trust us, to just trust what's going on Facebook going, oh, the market's horrible. Is it? Right? We know it's not. So we need to be intentional about looking at what the economists are saying. What is the direction of the market? For instance, I was going to bring up the economists are forecasting, listen to this, okay? Over 11 million people will not be in their homes in the next 4 months. Forbearance is coming to an end, right? That forgiveness is coming to an end. And we have gradual, then suddenly indicators of things that are going to turn and shift, right? It's gradual, then it feels like it's sudden. So don't you want to know what we can expect as we're talking about the next 100 days? If we can see in a crystal ball ahead of time what's going on globally, what's going on nationally, and what's going on, then we can look at what's happening locally to see these indicators. We're going to be ahead of the game. We're going to be able to educate our people on what's going on and help them make a discovery and help them make choices in their lives that don't put them in crisis, but that allow them to be proactive. We talked about if you yourself or know anybody in your family or friend group that has gone through a situation where they couldn't afford to be in their home and it got foreclosed on. That's not a fun situation. So if you can be that person that has a conversation and helps them before it gets to crisis, one, you're the hero, and two, you feel really good about what you're doing as a professional and in this career, right? Let's see. In this 100 days, we've got 17 weeks. What are we going to do? One of the things that we can do that is really gonna set us apart and set us ahead going into 2021 is mega camp. The federal financing division has decided there's actually going to be a increase percentage, a 0.5% on the refinancing. That's going to start December 1st. So where the good thing that happened in COVID is, hey, interest rates are so low, people are getting to refinance. That's another point of value and conversation we're having with our people. And yet another conversation to have at this point is, do you know December 1st, they're changing this? If you've been thinking about refinancing, you want to go ahead and do that before they add this fee on there. Because they already know they're pre-funding this 11 million people in the next 4 months that won't be in their homes. They're trying to prevent that 2008. If you were in the business in 2008, I was not. And yet I've talked to plenty of people that were. And they say, again, it was gradually, then suddenly. And it still, to this day, has an impact on how they conduct business. So let's look at and be the expert. And this is our opportunity to do that. All right, so let's get to the fun part of what we're doing here. We're gonna do a drawing. We have the opportunity, thanks to our sponsors, Old Republic Home Protection, Cross Country Mortgage, and All Safe Inspections. We're gonna get to give away some Mega Camp tickets to you guys. Isn't that awesome? Not only is Mega Camp more affordable than it's ever been, you don't have to leave your house, you don't have to put pants on, you get to eat Cheetos the whole time if you want to, and we're giving some away. So Vicki, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have 4 tickets to give away today?
Yes.
All right, so Vicki is gonna draw first. She has the opportunity for 2 people in her productivity coaching program. She's got the baggie here. Jaleesa has taken everybody's name off of there, and we each have a baggie. She's gonna do 2 from her coaching program, and then I'm gonna do 2 from the rest of everybody. So if everybody
can
Wait,
unmute themselves and
wait, is my name in that bag? This is new Chair Frank. Make sure my name is in there, Vicki.
why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. It's good to double check. That's what I do.
Well, Jaleesa has already checked everybody, and that's why we said at the top of the call, make sure your name's on there. If your name's on there, you've been entered to win. So no fear. If you've already registered, please say, hey, I've already registered. Let's draw for somebody else.
I want everybody to take themselves off mute and give me a drum roll.
Come on, everybody.
Okay. And we have New Cheer Franklin.
Woohoo!
There you go, New Cheer. There you go.
Wow.
Oh, I love you guys. I love you guys.
Katie, you going next?
Awesome.
No, you have to go. You got to go first.
Okay. Okay. One more time for the drum roll. Okay. And we have Queenie Gamble.
Yay! All right, New Cheer and Queenie. That is awesome.
Mega camp. Here we come.
That's right. And we will be reaching out to you guys. Queenie chatted, yay, Mega Camp. Letting you know we'll register you here at the Market Center, and we'll send you all that confirmation and everything. And we do ask, guys, please do not accept this ticket on behalf of our sponsors if you cannot carve out the time to attend the general sessions and the breakout sessions. Go ahead and time block your calendar. Nothing else. Take it from me. I've signed up for things before and said, oh, I'll do that and this other. Especially when you're not going somewhere, go ahead and clear your calendar. It's going to be important. Very, very, very important. So you'll get communication from us. All right, so my turn. Drum roll. All right, let's see. Who do we have? Herman Payne.
Woohoo!
Congratulations. All right. Let's see. They're all stuck together. It's challenging here. Tandra Wooten. So that is phenomenal. That's 4 people going to Mega Camp free, courtesy of our sponsors. Congratulations to you guys winners. Please confirm on your calendar prior to committing to going that you actually have the time and can commit to doing it. You will not regret it. And as Taisha said earlier, if you really want to go to Mega Camp and you're at a place where maybe you can't afford it, but you've got the time, please let us know. There may be an opportunity that we can have another sponsor come up, or there may be an individual, a top producer in the Market Center that'd be willing to support someone and buy somebody a ticket. The fee this year, you're not going to regret it. It's $119. Normally it's like $800 for a ticket. You have to fly out to Texas. You have to get the hotel. You have to get all the things. So if you've been thinking about going and you didn't win today, the opportunity is still there. And so congratulations to all of our winners. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Be sure to thank our sponsors. It's Cross Country Mortgage, All Safe Inspections, and Old Republic Home Warranty. So
Thank you, sponsors.
thank y'all for coming today. Does anybody have anything they want to add before we wrap up today?
Question, if you will.
Everybody good? Just a reminder, today is transmittal. So if you need Susan, just reach out to Jaleesa at the front, check with her. It may be something that she can help you with, or send Susan an email. So happy September, everybody. See you later.